Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. North Korea's envoy to the United Nations, Kim Song, has declared that Pyongyang is not bound by any atomic weapons treaty, and its status as a nuclear-armed state will not change due to external pressure. This statement, reported by Al Jazeera, was made during a UN conference reviewing the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, NPT, where the United States and other nations criticized North Korea's nuclear program. North Korea withdrew from the NPT in 2003 and has since conducted 6 nuclear tests, leading to multiple UN Security Council sanctions. The country is believed to possess dozens of nuclear warheads, a status Kim Song said is enshrined in the Constitution. Pyongyang has also reportedly sent troops and artillery to support Russia's invasion of Ukraine in exchange for military technology assistance. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum strongly reaffirmed the nation's sovereignty on Wednesday, stating that national sovereignty is non-negotiable and that state governments cannot authorize foreign security operations. This announcement, reported by Xinhuanet, came in response to an incident in the northern state of Chihuahua, where unauthorized U.S. CIA agents participated in an anti-drug operation last month. The agents subsequently died in a road accident, prompting an investigation by Mexico's Attorney General into the authority under which they were operating and who issued the instructions. President Sheinbaum described the incident as interference, emphasizing the presence of foreign agents in Mexican security operations. The event also coincides with a U.S. extradition request for Ruben Rocha, the governor on leave for Sinaloa, who faces accusations of drug and arms trafficking. NTD News reports that Lu Jianwang, a Chinese American accused of operating an overseas Chinese police station in New York City, admitted in FBI interviews that he opened the station and had a handler in China's Ministry of Public Security. Prosecutors, led by Assistant U.S. Attorney Lindsay Oken, stated this during opening statements at his trial. Lu, 64, also known as Harry Lu, faces charges of conspiring to act as an unregistered agent of the Chinese government and obstruction of justice for allegedly deleting WeChat communications with the MPS after meeting with the FBI. His attorney, John Carman, argued it was a case of guilt by association and that Lu merely filled a community need for driver's license renewals due to COVID-19 travel restrictions, not operating under Chinese government control. Prosecutors plan to present evidence of video conferences and WeChat messages showing Lu was tasked with assignments by Chinese officials. A co-conspirator, Chen Jinping, already pleaded guilty. Safeguard defenders noted these stations often track and repatriate dissidents. The NPT Review Conference, currently underway in New York, saw its chair nation, Vietnam, distribute the first draft of the final document to member states on May 6. The draft emphasizes the critical importance of the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty amid ongoing nuclear disarmament disagreements between the United States, Russia, and China, and persistent conflicts surrounding Iran's nuclear development. It explicitly states that the resumption of nuclear testing, as directed by former U.S. President Trump last October, constitutes a serious threat to international peace. The document reiterates that nuclear war cannot be won and must never be fought, and that complete nuclear abolition is the only guarantee against the use or threat of use of nuclear weapons. It calls on nuclear weapon states to fully meet their disarmament obligations, expresses deep concern over the February expiration of the New START Treaty, and urges new treaty negotiations. Furthermore, the draft advocates for dialogue among nuclear weapon states within 5 years to mitigate global tensions. Regarding Iran, it supports a diplomatic resolution for peaceful nuclear development, while expressing concern over North Korea's nuclear program and pledging support for its denuclearization. The final document requires consensus for adoption, with discussions continuing until May 22, according to Mainichi Shimbun. CNA reports that Singapore's Minister for Sustainability and the Environment, Grace Fu, warned that Southeast Asia faces a perfect storm from intertwined geopolitical tensions and extreme weather events. Speaking at the Singapore Dialogue on Sustainable World Resources, Ms. Fu highlighted how the Middle East conflict exacerbates economic fragilities, supply chain disruptions, and inflationary pressures, impacting the agri-commodity sector and fertilizer production. Simultaneously, climate change brings severe floods, landslides, and record-breaking heat, with a potential Godzilla El Niño threatening widespread droughts and haze. Ms. Fu urged the region to not let a good crisis go to waste, but to seize opportunities to enhance resilience through sustainable practices. She emphasized that sustainability can strengthen supply chains, reduce reliance on volatile markets, and maintain ecological balance. Regional cooperation within ASEAN, focusing on food security, transboundary haze, and green initiatives like the ASEAN Power Grid, is crucial. Singapore, as the incoming ASEAN chair, will continue to champion these efforts, including a new study on climate change's agricultural impact for regional sharing. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.